balls of deliciousness.
Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by
John Holzer,
Jason Harris,
Greg Nagel.
And once again, we're joined by our good friends Sean and Jesse McNew. Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Hello.
We got
Back
Bob
Again.
Back again. And we got Bob Vreeland in the back. Hi, Bob.
Hello.
Upon us is LA Beer Week.
LA Beer Week number 8.
The weekiest of weeks. I don't know what that means.
WikiLeaks.
Well done. So we've just got like a
lot of
whole-
beers.
Got a
Who knew?
smorgasbord.
A veritable cornucopia of beers.
Who knew that LA had
That
so
is
many
a lot
beers?
of beer.
That's a shitload of
I thought they had like 4.
really delicious looking beers. We really tried to represent the whole LA Brewers Guild spectrum here.
As many of them that package and distribute out of the immediate LA market because we're a little bit outside. So.
And a couple from the actually like going out there and
The
buying
inner
and bringing them
sanctum,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Muling
for shizzle.
For shizzle.
For shizzle.
Like you
John's the
said.
only one that can pull that off. What are we going to start with here?
So let's start. Do you want to list them all off first, or just let it be a surprise?
Let's just fire them
Be
off.
shocked as we
go.
go along.
Yeah.
Do we have an opener somewhere? Gary?
What are you going to pour down my throat, Jason?
Where's the opener? The Yopes. There it is.
There's one right in front of you.
The Yopa Nopes.
Oh man.
There's like 8 in here. Come on.
Yopa-dope. Give it the old
The
yopa-dope.
important thing is that the audience knows what opener we're using.
They should know because the opener smells like barrel.
It smells like rich mahogany.
It makes
Rich
everything
mahogany.
smell like barrel. It's like you get a whiff of barrel before
And
you
it's got
open
the
a beer.
magnetic holder that captures your...
It's a really
cap.
great bottle opener.
Yeah,
And-
handmade, and they'll hand engrave
capture
it.
your
It's
cap.
got your
Have you
name
seen
on
ours?
it.
It's got the 4B on it.
That's pretty
nice.
pretty
It's got our
sweet.
lasered
Pretty sweet,
logo.
guys.
So first, we're going to start with a little bit of a desserty beer from King Harbor Brewing Company.
It's got ice cream on it.
They're in Redondo Beach. Yeah, it's got ice cream on it. It is called Swirly, a chocolate vanilla swirled ale, a blend of chocolate and vanilla with a hint of coffee and lactose sugar.
This was at Frickfest.
They have a lot to live up to because that's my favorite. Like,
thought it was
standard
good,
soft serve
yeah.
is like the swirl.
And you guys, I don't have a glass.
You know,
Wait.
What should you do?
Yeah, I do.
You can just steal that one.
You guys.
when I was in college, I once gave somebody a swirly.
How'd that go?
So you were
So
giving
that's when
somebody a swirly?
That's when you dunk someone's head in a toilet?
That's what. Yeah, somebody
And
was
then-
really
and then
drunk,
flush it.
and then you flush it to get whatever beard barf particles or dangling
Oh, there was
from their
barf
face.
in the toilet?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I've never seen
this
it in a
story-
barf context. I've
Sounds
always seen it like
gross.
where like a high school bully holds like a 14-year-old
this was a long time ago. People when
Yeah, you,
I know.
when
your story really
swirlies were a thing.
your story really took a dark turn.
It
No
did.
doubt, right?
We were all like, should we call him a bully?
Yeah,
Bully culture.
So this is a 4.7 brown ale.
PC bro.
This is a vanilla and chocolate.
Yeah.
Almost spit out my beer just because we were talking about that PC episode at South Park, and it's just no.
I
Microaggressions.
get a lot
Like
of
your
coffee on
microaggressions.
this.
The nose is big on coffee.
Super coffee.
Yeah, it's
Dirty coffee.
Yeah, it's like it's got like
Roasty.
a
It's a
got
spicy
like a,
coffee.
like cold
Yeah,
latte,
spicy.
cold latte kind of.
There's some spice on the nose.
I get a
It's
lot
got
of the milk, like a lot of lacto in there. Get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Never had a beer from King Harbor. This is my first one, actually.
I've had a few. They've had beers at Frickfest, and
Yeah.
they've been
Yeah, never had.
they make some solid beer.
You know, their single hopped series is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have an IPA that's pretty solid. I forget the name of it, but
Yeah, that's what they do. They do just like really rock solid beer.
It's nice.
wasn't one of the guys from the brewery over there?
Yes. And I'm trying to remember his name and I can't remember.
what was funny about them being at Frickfest was I invited them thinking they were Highland Park,
Oh,
and when
no.
they showed up, I was like, "Didn't I invite Highland Park?
What? How do you
King
miss that
Harbor
up?
Highland Park? Like, I don't know. I didn't. I had at that point it was 2 years ago, and I hadn't really been to either. And I
When you
was
do-
pleasantly surprised. Though I was like, "Wow, their beer's actually good. Thank God."
I haven't heard anything bad about him.
No.
No, they make
I'm
solid
quite
beer all the way
happy
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this smells a lot like coffee, but it does not taste as much like coffee as it smells.
To be honest, it kind of tastes like what they're going for. It,
Yeah.
it tastes just like that soft serve.
I like that it's nice and light. And
Yeah, it's
you
only-
could crush the bottle easily.
It's only 4.5.
Nice and chocolatey.
I'm not getting nearly as much vanilla as I expected. I mean, for
Which
being
is
vanilla,
kind of a good thing.
yeah, for
it's
being
kind
vanilla
of like
chocolate.
a cocoa. But you know, when you get that swirly, the chocolate takes over the vanilla too.
I get chocolate malt
Chocolate
little
milk.
bit. Chocolate milky malt.
I do get like that spicy note to it.
Milky malt.
Milky
that new?
malt.
Like 2 pounds of
Spicy
chocolate
coffee
milk malt.
kind of note. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
it is.
definitely like a spicy note to it.
And really good flavor and
Philip.
body for how low the alcohol is.
Phil McDaniel. He was the former head brewer at the brewery.
Yeah, no, this is a solid beer, man.
Good guy, Phil.
Yeah. I really
crushed
enjoyed
mine.
this
That was
quite a
good,
bit.
dude.
Yeah. Especially for 4%.
Yeah, and it's
I'm gonna buy more of this.
Yeah, when you see it poured kind of dark, you're like, okay, this is gonna be like a big, rich dessert. But it's kind of like
It's very bright.
and again, maybe it's just me implanting the image on it, but it has that kind of like ice creamy thing where it's like cool and refreshing, but sweet. It's not like, but it's not super rich. It's not like like big dessert.
It doesn't weigh on you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wish more people did like sub 5% stouts. You know, that
Well,
are better
they
than
usually
Guinness.
end up being like
or-
watery, nasty, dry stouts. And
I wish all
That
beer.
or they end up being like way too much like Guinness.
I wish all beer was 4%, but didn't taste like it was 4%.
no doubt.
'Cause,
The other one that comes to mind is Coronado's Blue Bridge Coffee Stout.
Not familiar
It's
with
a
that one.
5%er, I think.
Oh.
That's another brewery for me that flies under the radar. I mean, I generally haven't had anything bad from them, and I just don't buy their beer. And they're a good brewery. That's,
Yeah. I like
I'm
their
not
labels.
sure. Coronado?
They're good
I'm
stuff.
kind of the opposite. I feel like I see Colorado or Coronado everywhere, and I'm not super into their beer. It's all
Oh
right.
man, like Fresh Idiot, Idiot IPA is fucking
Pretty
fantastic. But yeah, the thing that I kind of found is that Idiot kind of has AleSmith IPA syndrome where
Falls
or
off.
citrus syndrome where it falls off really fast.
It's like the ocean where it's just like, there's where you surf and then there's the crater that it goes
And
into.
then the drop off.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I don't
back
think
to
the
LA.
ocean normally goes into a crater.
yeah.
That was my analogy, Jason.
That was a good one.
I've been to the ocean and it fell apart.
Well, you put the NAD in Coronado.
Next in line,
Yeah, we're just rattling
we
through.
have-
We've got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
9.
7, 8, 9
Yeah.
beers.
I would, yeah.
Those
Going
are,
back to
those
that, I
are
would-
three very different numbers, and there's only a fixed number of actual beers here. So
Are we doing this in like the order
We have
it's
8.
in? Or?
8 beers.
8
Okay.
beers. Yes, we are.
So next up, we have some horror.
From who?
What?
All right, Matt, do a Vincent Price intro on this.
Phantom Carriage beer.
Bottled and
Phantom Carriage.
brewed
Can you say
by
it like-
Phantom
like-
Carriage in Carson, California.
Carson.
Brewed in the dark. With the darkest of malts and wildest.
Yeah,
of
I think it'd be
yeast.
more fun if you sang it like Richard Cheese.
No,
No.
doesn't fit the theme. Phantom Carriage, one of my absolute favorite breweries to go to. Oh, it is the coolest fucking room, like of any brewery in the area. Like, just such a cool theme. It's like dark haunted house, like big 100-inch projector playing horror movies in a room with like surround sound. And
Except
But they're
when
like
you went,
old
when you
school
went,
like horror movies too.
well,
like
but
monster
when
movies.
you went, they were playing Crawl.
yeah, that
weren't
was
they?
weird. Normally they have like The Thing or
At least it
Evil
wasn't
Dead.
Garbage Pail Kids. I think they're playing that sometime this
Oh,
week.
that movie's kind of fun. I haven't seen it in 25 years. But
Define fun.
I had fun watching it 25 years ago. And maybe it'll be that now. But so we have I believe it's Muse, M-U-I-S.
He was making a face like, is this happening?
John's been working up to this. I've just been stalling for him.
Yeah, please let it go.
Oh, no.
Let it go.
It's a gusher. All right.
Oh, Johnny on the spot there with the pour.
Yeah.
Yay! You protected that gusher.
That
That's
was
right.
well done.
Didn't get it all over your computer.
I was like, no,
On
not
your
the
face neck.
not the Toshiba Chromebook. It cost me tens of dollars.
Hey, I have a Chromebook and I love it.
I love the Chromebook.
Yeah.
That's why I rock it.
I have a MacBook Pro and I love it.
well,
Yeah.
this was like
I have-
150
Instead of a MacBook Pro, I
$150
bought
to
6 of these
$200.
and just bring one every day.
Yeah.
You just rotate one out every day.
Super
Why are you
smooth
rubbing
aluminum.
it ever so gently?
I have a beer in front of me.
Better than a frontal.
What's
lobotomy?
weird to me about Phantom Carriage is the juxtaposition from the outside of the place to the inside. It's kind of like just this dank little business somewhere up the side of the road.
like nondescript
yeah,
industrial
the block thing. There's like, and you go in, you have to let your eyes kind of adjust for like 10 seconds.
Exactly.
It's like the reverse Polaroid picture.
So you walk in and you're like, I'm never going to see again. I don't know what this world is, but it's somewhere crazy. And then I walk like to the bathroom and back. I'm like, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah,
exactly.
I just liked how they have like little compartmentalized areas. Like the room with the movies, it's like separated kind of. So you can kind of go in there, or you can be in like the main area, and then they have like another little room that you can like hang out in.
And then they do food there that's pretty good. And,
the
food's
they
pretty
actually have some really cool like cold brew coffee. And
The
I love
pickle
the cold brew
plates are
coffee.
good. Yeah.
Like,
And
it's nice to go and just like you could have coffee if you're like a DD. So
We are actually drinking a beer though.
oh sorry.
This is Mui.
Muy.
M-U-I-S, I'm guessing that's how you...
Muse. Somebody told me that they pronounce it mouse.
Yeah, is it mouse?
Mouse. Okay, we'll go with that too.
I don't know.
Well, because the Ed spells his name in the last letters like that, and it's Os.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's a wild fermented Belgian blonde ale, 6.7%.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a Belgian blonde with Brett. They do a lot of dry hop varieties of it. This is just the regular non-dry hop version.
Just on the
For me, this smells kind of like grape fruit stripe gum on the nose.
Yeah, it has like a sort of like herbal character to it that I can't quite put my
Give me a little bit of
grape
that
juice,
that kind of pineapple Brett.
Yeah,
Is it golden Brett?
No.
no.
Oh.
No.
Google Translate.
He lives
Pineapple Brett!
he lives in Los Angeles, not in the...
Pineapple Brett's my deadbeat brother moved to Hawaii, sits on the beach all day. Doesn't work for his goddamn living.
That was amazing.
that lazy son of a bitch.
He can burn in hell. He owes me $80.
Yeah, dude.
I typed in this beer MUIS into Google Translate, and they detected it as Dutch and translated it to mouse.
Oh, wow.
there we
Which
go.
is like their little logo thing.
Although I did ask them about that one time, and they're like, no.
Okay, well,
Squash that.
I think they just mess with it. It's like, it's pronounced this way. No. They'll just
It's pronounced
say no
like it's
ever.
pronounced Steve.
It's got a cool like plague doctor mask on the front, right? Something.
Yeah, it's like a steampunk crow.
Well, isn't that what during the plague or
Yeah,
whatever?
it's a
it
plague
was-
doctor. Yeah.
Oh, is that what that actually is?
Yeah.
I really don't know what that is.
this tastes like candy.
Right?
Yeah.
It's got like a bubblegummy thing happening.
I had to finagle this beer. They don't really distro their beer out very much, and I went over to my friend's house this morning, non-Cougar Steve, and picked it up.
Yeah, it's got a big barrel character too, doesn't it?
Shout out to Cougar Steve.
Non-Cougar Steve, different Steve.
That was a joke.
But
Did you get
Metal Steve.
That was the joke.
Metal Steve. Yeah, see, I showed a plague doctor on the chat, guys. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's creeping me the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super
That's
creepy.
pretty
I don't want to look at it.
it's too spoopy. Phantom Carriage has spooped out John.
Greg was pissed. He's like, "Why?"
what is that? Like,
It's too
that's
spoopy,
pretty rad,
man.
man.
I feel like you could buy that in a sex shop.
And
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of sex shop you shop at?
No, no,
See,
actually,
look how
again,
covered he is, though.
no,
he has like no skin.
Yeah,
exposed
yeah.
at all.
Different
people
attachments,
are,
though.
Some people are into that. For
I mean,
record.
the lotions and
Yeah.
lace that I shop at doesn't have anything like that.
That's because you need to go to lotions
It's at the
and
sex
leather.
shop that like Fat
Right.
Mike would shop at.
Greg didn't see any of that at Conrev down in Newport.
No. Wish I've been in there.
That's an Orange County joke. For
He
you
actually,
guys.
he actually saw it at Leather Con. Is where he saw it.
Right.
Great.
This beer's like it's got that very fruity Brett character.
Super Brett, yeah.
Yeah, but not like the funky like farmhousey Brett, but like the real kind of tropical.
Yeah.
Did
yeah,
we read
definitely.
the?
I think it's really drinkable.
Yeah.
I can just sit here and drink the whole thing.
I couldn't find like a proper description of it.
It's basically, they say tropical guava and papaya meld with citrus fruit. Sweet tart finish.
I think they mean that as just tasting notes, though.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
like
what it says on the website.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
guys ever like know what papaya tastes like though? Like, do you guys
For
ever
me,
eat
it's
papaya on like a
butyric.
regular basis?
I do.
I have one at one point.
You've had
I do.
one at one point in your life.
Yes, exactly. So I do have a sort of reference,
Okay.
which is more than most. Thank you very much.
Yeah, probably. I don't think I've ever had. Whoa, you don't need to snap at me.
I was just saying.
Whoa.
I was just putting a period on the end of the sentence. That's all.
Papa, yeah.
Papaya to me is like a nice way of saying is butyric.
Really?
Oh, totally. It's so barfy.
Popo's out.
You think this is barfy?
No. Overly ripe papaya by itself. You go get one, let it ripen up. Holy shit! It smells like somebody barfed in your car.
Gross.
And it's hot.
Is it papaya or guava that has the big black seeds in the middle?
I think it's guava.
I think both.
That's
Guava. It smells like butts.
Both do. Papaya's got seeds in it too.
Yeah.
well, overall, I mean, like
Super
This
fruity.
beer does not smell like butts.
No.
This beer is solid. No,
Unless your
it's
butt
like,
is delicious.
It's super clear. It's super yellow, like really pale Belgian blonde. It's a solid ass beer.
I think it's missing
solid
something. I mean, it needs more of a punch to it. It's kind of like
I
it's
think it
missing
needs-
a little bit of acidity or something that
it needs
could
more
bring it to
acid.
life.
I think it does need more acid. Like it either needs more acid or more bitterness. Because if it's not going to get acidic, then it needs something else to back it up.
To like punch it.
It doesn't have a lot
Punch
of
it away.
it doesn't have a lot of structure.
Right.
That's the thing.
The,
you know?
the
kind of
dry hopped
flabby.
variants of it get a lot of. They change the character of the beer quite a bit from this base one, but.
Yeah.
When I asked my friend, I was like, "Do you have any of the dry hopped ones?" He's like, "Oh, we drank all those." So I was like, "Well, beggars
Interesting
cannot
beer.
be choosers."
Yeah, for real.
Indeed.
This is definitely one of those bottle share hero beers. I think I could not drink a pint of this. It's good in a very small, serving.
Yeah.
And it's like how you would think, at least for me, like a really rich beer is hard to drink. This is hard to drink because it's so sweet and fruity and kind of over the top.
I wouldn't
you
say
go
it's
to
a really
Ham-
aggressive flavor at all. Like I would even err on the side more like with Matt and Greg, where maybe it could have something else to make it a little bit more
Punchier,
punchier. Because it's got that kind of tropical Brett character, but I'm not getting like a really. It's not like cloying or anything. It's not super strong to me.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not that I don't like it. I just think it's hard to drink. And if I was to drink a pint of it, I couldn't finish a pint at all.
I get you.
Yeah.
It's rich. It's rich and fruity.
What do you normally drink when you go to Phantom Carriage?
I've never been there.
I don't think most of these guys have been, except maybe Greg.
I went on the grand
been.
opening.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Come on.
It's good.
I've been, and
It's worth a stop for sure.
I've been,
It's
and I
definitely
thought it was
worth it.
really cool.
Well, it's worthwhile too because it's like you can go to Phantom Carriage
You can
and
go to
Smog
Dudes.
City and to Monkish. They're all like
The Dudes.
pretty close together. And the
Absolution.
Dudes.
And
Yes, that too. Yep. All those places. There's a lot of places in the same area, so it's worth it. Worth the trip.
Yeah,
We
for sure.
almost went.
And Yorkshire Square Brewing Company is going to be opening
That is
up in there
new,
too.
yeah.
That's Mr.
They got
Mutton
Mr.
Chops is going to be
and
there.
Black.
There's a little restaurant I'm going to call Hop Saint that's all right. Pretty good.
Fantastic
I thought
cafe.
that was further north.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What
Yeah, that's
about
pretty
also
fun.
Dry River is coming in that area?
I think Dry River, are they? I thought Dry River was like downtown.
Oh, is it?
They're like on the LA River. Like that's,
might be right,
That's
yeah.
hence the name.
Well,
Oh, what?
you guys, if you're gonna go further south, you know where you would go. Long Beach.
Oh, transition. Boop.
Oh.
Long Beach, our good friends at Beachwood Blendery with the Propagation 128.
This is an ale with spelt, Brett, mosaic hops.
God damn.
And it's
Wire
for
6 turns,
fucking-
baby.
This wire
Six
is like,
turns.
7, 8.
the strongest
turns.
goddamn
Eight,
wire in my
wow.
life.
They
What's
did
up with
8
that?
turns. That's unfortunate.
Well, this was
Ryan,
This
what the hell?
is
Get Julie on the phone.
this is going to gush.
I'm afraid.
The cork is already starting to
Oh, God.
burst out.
It's
on
like,
me.
yes.
It's way out.
Up for the Chromebook.
Hey,
Oh,
Mazel Tov.
Opa.
he's like a pro.
Bob was over there prepped. I appreciate it, Bob.
Oh, it actually isn't.
Thanks, Bob.
It was like there's like a lot of gas pressure in there, but the beer was like, I'm good.
Definitely
Psych.
like a lot of head on that. So.
Oh, you guys thought I was coming out, but I stayed in here.
The cork is like,
Psych.
Scorched.
So, God, how many of the Propagation series have come out at this point? There's been
So,
like,
I bought one
The
that's like a
numbers-
yeah,
1E49.
they started,
couple dozen.
they started to go.
I ran into those guys at Firestone Fest last weekend, and I was like, the names are getting a little bit hard to keep track of. Like, that's the point. Our core beers are coming out this month, and we want all the Propagation beers to be like, didn't they make some other beer with something? I don't know. Forget about it.
Nice.
But yeah, I guess their core beers are coming soon.
Propagation.
Fucking smell this.
The Propagation series is up to 6.6 Exponent 4. Is that how you say the
E4. You say E4.
Yeah,
The
this
smell is
E40.
a lot more.
This is
like,
where
it's pungent.
Yeah.
the
this is
tropical
like
guava thing really takes over.
super guavatastic, right? God damn.
I love guava. My neighbor's got like 5 guava trees in her backyard that are all different species, and each of them taste totally different.
Oh, that's cool.
The carbonation on this is like intense.
Yeah.
It's like intense carbonation.
It's got at least 2.5 volumes, bro.
That's like, this is like at least 3.5 volumes.
3.5 volumes, bro.
Okay, so
I don't know.
if you want to know, if you want to know like an easy like reference point, I think Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is like 2.5 or 2.6. So that's like your baseline. Like lower carbonation stuff is usually like 2.2, 2.3. Higher stuff like I think Saison Dupont is like 4 or something.
Oh no
like
shit!
that. Like
Okay,
crazy.
So this
high.
is up there.
Yeah, this is, I would guess, like 3.5 or so. Something
Yeah,
like
at
that.
least.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really driving those aromatics.
The horse blanket on this is it's nice. I like
Yeah,
it. A little funky.
This has a bit more.
It does taste like, or it does smell like horse blanket.
Yeah,
I don't
it does.
taste it so much.
Yeah, it's an aroma thing.
It smells like a horse blanket to me.
You're
you're disgusting.
Got a little
It's all
spooge and,
Victoria's Secret body scents and jizz.
no doubt.
Does everyone just come out and say it? Smells like
Smells like
jizz.
lube. Smells like smells like my lube.
This has that kind of tropical Brett character from the last beer,
channeling
but
Julian.
then a little bit more funk, which maybe is a little bit kind of a counterpoint where we said the last beer needs a little bit of something else to kind of accent it. This one has that
punch.
that funk, that farmhousey funkness to it that kind of makes it a little bit more rounded, I think, than where the Phantom Carriage was a little bit one dimensional.
Well, I think, like, honestly, I think this is kind of a testament to that, like, having a beer be, like, really well carbonated, like, can do a lot of wonders, you know, like, because, you know, it adds, like, a drying sensation, it adds texture, it lifts the aroma out of the glass, you know, I like really well
It's lively on the
carbonated
tongue.
beers. Yeah, exactly.
I wonder
It
if
takes
they're-
away any kind of, like, weight or sweetness, so, yeah.
I know
Yeah, I
this
wonder if
one's
they're-
been hanging out in the bottle for a little while, too. The 128 came out in, like, January.
Yeah, it's got some
maybe?
time on it.
Was that the one? Wasn't this one of the ones? Did
The
we do
original
thi-
ones, right?
Did we do this when we were there?
I don't think so.
No, I don't
We did
believe
the
so.
one-
This is the one. This is the one that. This was like the next release after that.
We did 1 and 2. I believe.
Yeah, we did, like, 1, 2, 8.
No, we didn't do 8. I think we just did 1
4.
and 2.
Yeah, maybe.
This is dry hopped with mosaic.
Well, it was like 4 and 8 like didn't exist or something like that. Like I think this was either the second or third release.
Oh, you know what? I
after
think maybe
did
we
it.
tried this when we were down there for the Pliny Fights Cancer raffle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was around then,
there
around
you go.
February.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was well, it was added to Untapped on January 23rd. So it's been out since January, I'd say.
Okay.
It's drinking
definitely got a good
very
bod.
nice.
It's got a really nice bod. It's got a
I agree. For
hot
sure.
bod.
Stop with your Bodman references.
Like bod, like, it's got 14
I had to do it.
I think about that
That flammable spray that's
Oh, the hot
Yeah,
bod
like-
commercials.
yeah,
like,
like,
hot
oh, I
bod.
love your bod.
I love your bod.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that shit from the 90s. Only 90s kids will get this.
It's been nonstop jokes with my coworkers about like because we have to take model shots all the time, so we're like, oh, hot bod, like nonstop.
Can I see
And then I like your bod.
Can I see your bod?
nice bod there.
This nice bod.
Golden Brick can see your bod.
You just made it weird.
Yes, it did. Mateo made it weird.
I have a 14.4 kilobod in the back of the cabin.
Oh,
Not even 56K, 14.4.
Wait, hold on. Is your alter ego called Mateo?
He has kilobods. Yes, it is. It is Mateo.
I'm really glad I wasn't trying to drink while you were doing that because it would have been everywhere.
Oh, you would have spit it out.
Oh my god.
You would have spewed. Spewing beer.
You would have spit instead of swallow.
Wow.
Wow.
We just went there.
Second show, third show.
Spitters or quitters.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. It was
I'm
just
like
right
crying.
There. It was
It's
right
just,
there.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's a damn good beer, though, people.
Speaking of the beer.
The second roundabout way we've talked about jizz.
Horse blankets.
We've had like 3 indirect jizz conversations, 1 very direct.
But Julian is the brewer one of the brewers at Beachwood. I think he'd appreciate all of this.
Yeah.
We're definitely challenging. Like,
This is Julian humor.
I chatted with him last night at the OC Brewers Guild Fest, and there's, I think every other sentence ends in some sort of masturbation joke. Like, I think we're talking about is this beer's smooth like a masturbating with a grinder or something. What? I don't know. It's pretty funny. He's a funny guy, man. I mean, he's got a beer called Denver Jackhammer. Like, come on, man. And there's like the Dirty Beaver Juice Weekend thing.
He's got some fun stories.
Definitely.
Yeah. Good beer though. I think it also finishes like with some cedar notes, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I can get that,
Isn't that
actually.
weird?
Yeah, for real.
Some weird ester thing happening.
I think time has been a little bit good to this beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember being a little underwhelmed by it when I had it fresh, but I think it's gotten.
I think Brett needs that 6 months, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else has bread in it?
Highland Park.
Some Highland Park beer. Huh? Transition win.
Raise your eyebrows, everybody.
That's why you're the host.
Exactly.
We are not doing.
Here's a tenuous transition. Hey.
We are doing the son of raised eyebrows. We're doing Help Yourself, which is they did a second use raised eyebrows barrels. They basically took the raised eyebrows, pulled it off, and then put a fresh batch of Saison on the fruit that was already used in the first beer.
So they shaved their eyebrows off and then tattooed on new eyebrows?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So the whole second use fruit thing is really interesting. It's something that I know Jester King has done a lot.
Hey.
Wow.
There's
that
the
went
gusher.
everywhere.
That one
Bobby, we're not ready that
got away
time.
from me.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Chromebook was only $200.
Hey, at least it hasn't turned off yet. I'm sure a MacBook would have probably turned off by now.
At this point in your beer career, you need a waterproof laptop.
It would have already reported you to Apple Care.
Full ruggedized.
Yeah, that's still gushing. Holy shit.
It is very carbonated.
That is a wild
God,
beer.
it reminds me of my wedding night.
That's the fifth Jizz reference.
It was like full on.
my leg is kind of wet.
Farm is number one.
I think three of us might actually get some of this.
I got a little bit wet.
Yeah,
You
I
guys.
think we got some hefty pours on the other
what she
side of the
said.
table.
So Highland Park.
a bit awkward.
The beers explode.
Favorite of the show.
It's exploded.
Seriously, is your computer okay?
Yeah, it's working fine.
Okay, good. I think some might have gotten to the
I don't
SD
think we have
slot.
enough left for Mr. Bob.
You might want to tilt it the other way.
Well, it smells delish. I can say that much.
Yeah, and so we kind of started talking about it before the exploding beer extravaganza, but second use fruit. I mean, is that a concept? I can't remember hearing about that before.
Yeah, it's actually something that I've just recently run into too. And I mean, like like I said, Jester King is like the most prominent employer of the technique that I'm familiar with. I mean, they do a lot of like their really small, like very exclusive, for lack of a better term, sour beers, and then they will put like another beer right on top of the fruit. Because I mean, the thing is like you're still going to get some of that fruit flavor, but after you put beer on it the second time, it becomes a lot more subtle, and you get a lot of like different notes out of it because it's already been fermented. And so, I think it's a really fascinating technique, especially because you look at certain beers. Beret from the brewery is a really strong example, where instead of it being a fruit beer like the raspberry stout that we had, where it's just like fruit in your face,
right?
It really adds a much more subtle, just kind of like top note to the beer, which I think is really great. And
So,
it's a much more subtle use of fruit.
If you guys, most of us have had Raised Eyebrows, the original beer, and it's basically just a
Okay, what's happening?
super sour, super fruity.
He's shaking it.
He shook it more than twice.
I'm
He's playing
sorry,
with it.
Bob is just getting like little like drips of foam out of this bottle. It was so graphic.
Look, the foam is still like wanting to come out the top.
There's no beer
It's
left,
just
and the
still
foam's
dribbling
like,
a
"Fuck
little.
you! You can't stop me."
I'm sorry. Go on, Jason.
So yeah, Raised Eyebrows is a super tart, super fruity, like kind of in that modern sour style where it's like sour fruit juice of passion fruit and guava, just
Right.
very, very sweet, sour, very tart, very aggressive, very in your face.
In your face.
And then So this beer, it looks kind of similar. It's like kind of this like pale white wit beer kind of look to it, and no head because we threw all the foam on the table and floor, on my pants, on Jessica.
Yeah.
Well, it's never. I swear that's never happened before.
It's a Sunday. It's okay.
Yeah. You guys have bonded over it.
You know, he's got a lot more on his leg than my leg.
Well, maybe you should rub together, make it a little like crickets.
Like baby.
This got
like
super
crickets.
awkward.
Yeah, even I'm weirded out.
Crickets can rub legs.
Oh, the crickets will rub.
Okay.
They will do the rubbing.
We went back there again.
Oh, only Mateo can make it more awkward.
Oh Lord!
So Highland Park, man.
Thanks to LA Beer Week.
So Highland Park, man.
Yeah, what were you going to say about Highland Park?
Quickly becoming one of my favorite breweries in
I love
Southern
that place.
California.
It's so much fun.
I wish the bottles were bigger, making my trip up there a little less.
I disagree.
I'm a big fan of the 500 ml.
They have,
the
they have cans too, right? Then they come out with like
They
an
started
LA
canning
can.
their IPAs.
IPAs,
Yeah. Fun fact: they
Is it
can the beers
22?
that.
It's 22, right?
16-ounce cans.
Oh, okay.
But fun fact, they can the beers that you can always get on growler fills there. So when they run out of cans in 2 hours and you're sad, you can just comfort in the fact that you can get growlers that same beer for the next 3 weeks.
I just respect that they have like an old school projector.
Oh yeah, they have an overhead projector.
Yeah. Tap list. It's pretty sweet.
Like the kind that your teacher used to do like math equations on.
And like write on.
Yeah, every time they get a new beer, they like print out a new projector sheet and they put it up there.
That's pretty cool.
They should just cross it out and like try to write it in. So it's like
with like dry erase. Yeah, with dry erase marker.
Yeah. Sharpie and stuff. Yeah.
This reminds me of like iced tea with a lot of lemon in it, and some funk.
It reminds me of lemon juice with a little bit of iced tea.
So is it kind of like a shandy almost?
The fruit on the nose to me almost smells like pear.
I can get pear.
Like a little bit of a pear kind of aroma.
No, but it doesn't have like a shandy kind of vibe for sure.
Just because of the like acidic, citrusy.
Yeah, yeah, super lemony. What kind of fruit was it aged on again?
Passion fruit and guava.
Yeah, I can get that, but again, it's more of like a tropical bright top note as opposed to being a fucking passion fruit and guava beer.
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
I mean?
Yeah,
Comes off more, yeah.
I like it a lot.
What you end up with is like a farmhousey beer with like a little bit of fruit, as opposed to like a crazy fruit beer.
Yeah.
With a saison in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
I really, really like how this changed the beer, like, or the difference that you got with second use fruit. Just the hint of fruit, the like accent, as opposed to the lead note. It really works well for me.
Yeah, I agree. I like it a lot. And
Have you
Highland
ever
Park.
had a beer from Highland Park that you didn't like though? I mean, every beer I've had from there, I like for the most part.
I've had some draft stuff that I was less excited about, but everything in a package that I've ever had from them, I've enjoyed a lot.
It's funny because I actually only heard about them because Franny posted
Yeah.
about them like way back when they were just starting, and I was like, I need to go. And they've always impressed me with everything.
Yeah,
And even their guest taps are good too.
Yeah, they curate a good list in the bar. Their food's good.
Yeah, the food's really good.
The fried pickles.
Donut Friend.
Yes, Donut
Oh, yeah,
Friend.
Donut
Donut Friend is right up the street, and then
Really great.
Permanent Records is right across the street. Which is
Yeah.
a cool
Did you know
place.
that Eagle Rock like Public House is like right? It's like close by too.
No.
Yeah, it's
I didn't
over
know
on
that.
Colorado.
Oh shit.
It's like
There's a
5
really-
minutes away.
If you're coming from here and you go down the 210, it's on your way back to the freeway. And then also right over there's a bottle shop / tap room called Craft Beer Cellar.
Oh.
That has like
familiar
12
with that.
taps that you can drink, and then
Well, and then also Sunset Beer is like roughly in that area, right? I think it's a little bit further west.
that's that's more into the city.
It makes me like think of that other brewery, Craig's Brewery, Sunset Strip
Wow, yeah.
Brewing
for sure.
Company.
By the way,
That's a good time.
you mentioned Franny Full Pint.
Yes.
That's Francis Michelle Lopez, who is
Well-
the executive director of the LA Brewers Guild.
friend of the
I
show.
just know her as Franny.
Yeah, everyone
You
knows
know.
her as Franny,
Yeah.
but that's her God-given name.
Friend of the show. She's super rad.
Franny's awesome.
Yeah.
I love her. She helped me with GABF. I needed to like narrow down, like what my goals were. And she posted this like really awesome list of, what you should go and check out. And I think it was like Brasserie, St. James
Oh yeah.
was one of
Reno?
Yes. Well, so Brasserie, she said like you should go check them out. And I went there like 3 times during GABF, and then we planned a trip for his birthday to Reno, specifically for Brasserie St. James. So,
which it was the weirdest thing about that whole thing is it's like, oh, you guys want to eat some food? No, we just want to drink some beers, and then they kind of looked at us weird.
Brasserie St. James sounds like an AVN award winner.
A horse blanket.
Okay, and and you guys, you know what doesn't sound like an AVN award winner?
Oh my God,
Monkish Brewing Company. Am I right? Hey.
Transition.
I don't know. I think Henry's kind of sexy.
That's true. Seems like you could be in some fetishy type shit. But,
food or porn.
So,
Wow. Craig is cracking himself up.
Oh my God, food or porn. Sorry, I cracked myself up.
If you guys need a palate cleanser, you can always eat one of those cookies.
You did bring some cookies, so
I
thank
did,
you for that.
and it has beer in it. So
eating on microphone, not always a good idea.
As you can tell by the
Tacos.
Yeah.
Taco.
I don't know if I was there for the taco one.
I need some cookies.
Come to my beer and
Maybe you
cookie
should
fest.
just lean back while you nibble on a cookie.
so
bad.
What am I, Fat
you guys,
Joe?
When I nibble, I pull my mouth away from the microphone.
So you guys, Days of
I get it, lean back.
Underoos.
Days of Underoos.
Days of Underoos is what we're drinking from Monkish here.
So Monkish has kind of shifted gears lately, and they've started doing a lot of
Hoppy beers?
IPA.
yeah, a lot of IPA, and then
East
also
Coast.
and they've been doing kind of that New Englandy style of IPA. And I got the single IPA they did yesterday. They did a single and a double, and this one is called Days of Underoos.
Which reminds me of drinking juice as a kid in my Superman underoos.
As
Sort
it
of.
should.
Yeah.
I still have Superman underwear.
Yes.
I do.
Really? Did they have kryptonite on them?
No, Superman logo.
Okay.
Didn't they start
with the
coming out
cape?
with these like run around like April Fools? So everybody thought they were like
Yeah,
April Fools.
the first
That's
IPA
true.
they did, they're like, this is seriously not a joke.
Yeah.
I think that was just...
Was it poor planning?
Thinning out the-
ill-timed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like they're like, no, we really want to do it this day. It's not an April Fool's joke. We promise
Plus, it
we're
almost
really
like
doing
because the
it.
can has like a label on it, like half of it. It's just like really.
It's very simple.
Honestly,
that's how all the
I
New England breweries
don't
are doing
hate it. I'm just saying it almost looked fake.
Yeah.
When they came out with it.
Well, that's happening more and more because to do a run of cans that are printed, you have to do like a 10,000 or some ridiculous
Easily.
amount of them.
You have to
And
do
so,
a semi-trailer usually.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so, printing a regular bottle label and putting it on a can looks just fine.
And
We're fine with it.
Or some of them are shrink wrapping it too. And
Yeah, and see that's the thing is like I really like the whole look of like yes,
very
this is a
DIY.
blank. It's a blank can. Yes, it's got a label on it. Because like some people will try to like do the whole like shrink wrappy thing.
Still not
which
a fan of that,
It
yeah.
looks so cheap. It looks
the Highland Park ones look dope.
I have not seen the Highland Park ones. There are some other local breweries who are doing it that really looks like shit. But that's also because their art sucks.
That's because their art sucks. I know exactly who you're talking about, and it's because their labels look like shit. It's not the technology. It's
It looks
the
like
label.
cartoons.
I think along
Yeah.
with Monkish is saying, look, we know this is a label on a can. And Highland Park is kind of doing the same thing. It's that it's not a can, a label that was printed on a can. You know what I mean? It looks like it was printed as something that goes on a can, just like this does. And I like that. They're saying, look, we know we didn't make our cans, and this is what we did. I know Highland Park's is like a full label shrink wrap kind of deal. But it does look different enough to look like it wasn't printed on the can. Or they weren't trying to go for that anyway.
So
When you're faking that, it looks weird to me. I agree with
so
that.
packaging aside,
What does the beer look like, Jason?
Sorry.
someone's got to talk about it.
You're looking at it.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
Did you drink it yet?
I had a pint of this there yesterday. I had a can yesterday. I've had this beer.
Right now.
I had some in my mouth right
not
now.
today. Yeah, this is that cloudy New England, not that yeast garbage, but just cloudy. It's not like
it's
murky.
Yeah, it's hazy.
A strong haze.
That nose though
Wet
is like
beer looking.
so like fruity. Like
It's dense. So deep. The nose is really dense. You
Yeah.
know? It's got so much going on in the aroma.
It's like a rainforest of hops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like-
there's all kinds of hop species that have yet to be discovered in this beer.
That's what I'm saying.
like where we've talked about.
There's a sloth hanging out of my glass.
Well, cure for cancer in here.
I have to know, what do you guys think? What kind of hops are using this?
I would
no
have to say
idea.
Because
Galaxy.
I would say Cascade, because it has that specific Cascade flavor
No.
I don't think they
I look
use
at the
Cascade.
tropical
They usually use New School hops and
Galaxy.
I would go with that. It has that like very specific grapefruit thing.
Well, because
It's a
like
very-
I
it's
personally
grapefruit
am not a
piss, yeah.
Cascade fan. I know you guys can chastise me if you want.
Yeah,
but,
okay. I will. No, it's not.
Yeah, so
Yes,
feel free.
leave
Feel
this
free.
room.
But it's I always can tell. Like I can like
Okay.
hone in on that flavor if it has
It's
it or
a
not.
Mosaic
But
and Amarillo.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it does or
wow.
not. It might have like it has like that like little bit of flavor.
You guys want to hear?
Bob
you guys
approves
want-
of the Amarillo.
It's Mosaic and
Mosaic and
Amarillo.
Amarillo. Yeah.
This is Monkish's description on Untapped. Ready?
Yes.
It's a sloth
Ready?
Yes.
hanging from a glass.
Dink.
Dank.
Dank.
DENK.
So what's interesting
definitely
about this
does
beer,
taste
though,
good.
Mosaic and Amarillo, like the hop character, there is a distinct hop character to this beer that is not like Mosaic or Amarillo.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
It's a little garlicky.
but it doesn't specifically ring of either. And we've talked about how kind of this style of IPA kind of
Works it
rounds
up.
the edges off of beer.
Yeah.
And I think this does it, but it also manages to develop kind of its own interesting character.
I think that's the grain bill on this. It's the yeast along with the grain. It's not as dry as I'm used to, like with a West Coast IPA, and it's kind of gritty and it's not sweet, but it's got the
Right.
mouthfeel and the sweetness of the beer with the hops that are just so juicy and fruity. I think that's what's making it different because
It's surprisingly bitter too.
Yeah, it's got a
It's
big
got-
bitter finish.
It's got like a serious punch to the bitterness, which isn't something that you find a lot, especially with this style. You know,
yeah.
it's really, really good.
it's fucking fantastic.
yeah, I want a whole can to
I mean,
myself.
like they have crushed every single release that I've had. Fucking Foggy Windows was awesome.
And big thanks to the Monkish guys. They gave us these.
Oh, no shit.
Oh,
Yeah, it was sold out when I got there.
Thank you, Henry.
And, they hooked us up for the show.
They've
so
been getting a lot of like crazy hype about
dude, no, my-
bottles or cans, I should
the
say.
can
cans.
line at 9 a.m. My friend sent me a line was wrapped around their whole parking lot for noon. So
good thing
yeah,
a fantastic cafe right there just probably kills it on those days.
oh right,
Yeah, for real.
But the crazy
Like,
thing
yes.
is that they're still doing online sales for their saison sour, fruited sour stuff, and just killing it at that too, man. Like the Soul Fooder with fruit, they were pouring at the brewery festival, brewery anniversary, and that was fantastic.
beer.
Velicor fucking crushed.
Velicor's great, and they just did a new one called Intergalactic Hitchhiker, which is another, if you like Velicor, same style, like
Nice.
a little bit lighter. It's selling for only $13 for a 750.
That's
so
not bad for a 750.
yeah,
The label artwork is also evolving too.
yeah, they're getting way
Yeah.
cooler labels.
Yeah, not that they weren't cool before. They were very minimalistic and cool looking, but now they're getting more
They're standing out on
interesting.
the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
before
I really,
God, I'm jealous of Monkish. It's
Before
one
they
of those
kind
breweries
of had
I'm
an
becoming
approach
jealous of.
where
We're
it was
lucky
like
to have them.
they had the same label but in different colors, and I think at some point they're like, "There's only so many colors. Like we got to do something
Yeah.
different."
Well, I think like beer shelves are so busy, you know, so like
Yeah.
it's actually the minimal ones that stand out more now.
That's
I
the
think,
thing.
than the busy ones.
like my favorite label by them ever was Haiku. I mean, it was so simple. It was so stark. Like the font was perfect. It was just very elegant. You know, it reminded me a lot of like side projects labels, and I love side projects
Yes.
labels. It's so simple and it's so, you know, beautiful in its simplicity, and I really like that. You know, I mean, I love like Prairie and stuff like that, but it's a very distinct style, but it's like way outside of like my personal taste. You know, I'm not into when people get cartoony, but
I
good
see
job,
what you're
Greg.
saying. I don't mind that though. If it's really well done, cartoony artwork, you know,
Yeah.
whether it be something that someone did in like Illustrator or they like hand drew something that's very interesting and like really well done. I'm not against. And Monkish is doing both now.
Yeah, well, and this is the thing. I'm not against it in any way. I'm just saying like the haiku type is like that's really up my alley. You know, that's like what I gravitate towards as opposed to like the more cartoon thing. It's not something that I'm not like turned off by it or anything. It's just
But this is
Not my
great.
style.
Monkish, awesome job.
Keep doing what you're doing.
crushing it.
It's just they keep getting better, man. Like when we did the show over there, it really impressed me how technical and in depth Henry was, and then just now that they've shifted the attention to kind of the more the more I guess, fashionable styles, they're just like, no, let's show you how it's done. It's like, all right, let us step in here and show you how these are made. And they're just knocking
They really
it out.
flipped a switch, didn't they? I
Yeah.
mean, they've always
really
been
did.
like one of my favorite breweries. Like I think Selah was kind of like the gateway thing, and then after that, it was like, okay, let's see what else you could do. And then by far one of my, like, Highland Park and Monkish and LA. Wow.
And Phantom Carriage for me, too.
Yeah, despite the fact that they are about 40 minutes apart, I generally go to both of them every time I go to LA.
And Three Weavers. I love Three Weavers a lot.
I love Three Weavers too. Guess what? We're doing a Three Weavers beer.
But it's not just Three Weavers.
Thanks for lobbing me that softball, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's not just Three Weavers. We're doing Unity.
Plus, this is a pretty sick label. I mean, this label is pretty sick. You know,
That reminds me a lot of Gigantic.
Like, yeah, very much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like the. I like the
Good job,
turtle.
Greg.
Jesus fucking Christ. Get your shit together.
So Unity is the official LA Beer Week collaboration beer.
Oh, nice.
That's right. Yeah, you did a very nice photo of it.
There's like a whole like paragraph on there about LA
She has
Beer
nice
Week.
nails.
Can I read the paragraph?
Sure.
Here? Let's read the paragraph. Channel the spirit of collaboration. We've enlisted the entire Los Angeles County Brewers Guild to bring you an experimental hop bomb of the greatest proportion in conjunction with our friends at YCH Hops. YCH Hops?
Yeesh.
The 2016 edition of Unity is an IPA loaded with experimental hop variety HBC 522, which packs the brew with bright notes of lemon zest and stone fruit and leaves a satisfyingly resinous finish. Brewed and bottled by Three Weavers Brewing Company, Inglewood, California. All rights reserved.
Yakima Chief and Hop Union, by the way, is YCH.
Yes.
Yeah.
It certainly smells lemony
And stone fruity.
and stone fruity. It has like a lemon pepper kind of vibe. You know, like I want to have some salmon with this.
Well, yeah, some smoked salmon.
Get a little bit of grass too on there.
You're right there.
I don't know. Just the way you said that was like ridiculous. I would like to have some salmon. Do you have some salmon?
I have some in my back pocket.
Matt's a human kitty cat.
Damn it! I love my salmon treats at home.
No, it smells wonderful. Wow.
Very lemony.
Very lemony, very bright, stone fruity, like very bright hop character, you know.
Yeah, and it's very IPA forward. Like,
you okay?
It's just
Are you not gonna come
it's a
back from
good
the salmon
solid.
comment?
It reminds me of just a good solid sort of like El Segundo-ish IPA where it's nice and clean. It's got a nice malt backbone.
Well, if anyone
The
knows how to
hops are-
make IPA, it's Three Weavers. Like they kill it with
Yeah, they
their
do.
IPA.
I mean, Alex always tears it up.
Yeah, she's
Well,
the
my
shit.
favorite is the Messenger collab with Noble.
Oh yeah.
With Yuzu,
Oh, that was killer.
particularly.
Yeah, we did that in the show.
That was actually
I
Buddha's hand.
love that beer
That was
so
actually
much.
Buddha's hand.
Oh,
It was both.
No,
Well,
yeah.
they did
I
both.
remember specifically having one at Noble's anniversary. It was with Yuzu.
They did two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They.
So
it's
there,
been different
Greg.
fruits.
God.
All right.
Greg's like, no, it was Buddha's hand.
No.
Why you
no.
gotta step on dicks?
Time
Greg?
to tag Bob in. Jessica's getting crazy.
I'm gonna smack you with my Buddha's hand.
It was Yuzu's hand. It was the Yuzu hand.
Matt's back. You don't have to step on dicks anymore.
It was the hand. It was
I
the
got my
hand
dick
of
stepping
Jesus.
boots on, people.
Jesus hand.
Sorry, I'm just a little hot.
Wearing his
warm in here.
easy.
The hand a
Adidas
little wheezy.
boosts.
The wine.
This stuff is bitter. Wow, I'm surprised at how much bitterness this thing has.
I think the aftertaste is pretty bitter.
Yeah, and like it's pretty like bracing.
It unites your
But I
taste
like
buds.
it though. It's kind of like a. Oh my god!
That wasn't even that funny. That was pretty funny, dude.
I can't come back from that.
I mean, like the tip of my tongue and the sides and the back, like, or even picking up on some umami.
Uniting all quadrants. Yeah, no, this is crushing it.
No, solid. And Three Weavers makes super clean beer. Like all their stuff is just really, really, really well made.
Yeah.
Like even as a young brewery, I never had any stuff from them that was like really had any quality problems. And then the longer they go on, their hoppy beer just seems to like pop. Like the more they've dialed it in, it's just like, the what do they call their Expatriate, I believe, is their session IPA.
Yeah.
And that thing just pops now when you have it. Like, it was good when they first started making it, but now you have it and you're like, God damn, these hops just jump at you. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know the name of it, but when I went there, it was a while ago. It was probably a year or two ago, but they're just regular good old-fashioned Imperial Stout, like wrecked. Like, it was like a really obvious, great big standout for me. It was such a fantastic beer. And just to have like a regular Imperial Stout like stand out that much is pretty hard to come by anymore.
They're Kolsch. I mean, who makes a great
Kolsch?
Kolsch?
Yeah, the Kolsch is really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi.
He's putting ice in his ears.
My ear was hot.
Why are you so hot?
I don't know, man.
He's got hot ear syndrome.
Greg's tripping balls. I believe.
What did you have yesterday at the
I don't know,
Brewers
so
Guild?
hot.
You guys, this
Brewers
ice.
Guild?
Did you eat one of Jessica's cookies?
Yeah.
Dude,
I am known for that.
You guys, I really need to get this ice in my ear, okay? It's the only way I'm going to survive.
Why is it always Batman? You have like that Batman voice. It's like, what's for dinner? Justice.
God, my earphones are
That's
better now.
Jason.
Yes, they deserve
I know.
my ear.
My headphone had like a microclimate of like just like fog.
It was apparently
It had
mountains
a
of
micro
Chile.
It
universe.
was like a fog bank.
There was like a whole like culture of species in
There's
there.
a fog bank of ear
He had a
mist.
bad Newton.
The galaxy,
Oh, yeah.
the galaxy is in Greg's ear.
Yeah.
Do
he
not
he was
eat
powering
the
the
fig
rest of this.
Newtons. The fig Newtons
These are bad.
I feel much better though. I put an
not
ice
drink
cube
the
in my
beer.
ear
The
and I
beer
feel so
is
much better. I can
bad.
hear better. It's so amazing.
Okay.
we went
So
with
you
some
know,
ice topic.
so you know what doesn't taste like fart?
I don't know why I went there. So you know what's delicious is this beer from Three Weavers, and
Jesus.
I can't wait to have this other beer by El Segundo,
Really
So
which
quick.
is also delicious.
While we're riding the IPA train,
Yes. Oh, okay.
I was just going to say thanks to Franny because she gave us this beer. So
Yes, thank you,
yeah.
Franny.
yeah.
Second time we've said we love Franny. I love
Yeah,
Franny.
no.
I will say I love Franny all day.
and LA Beer Week,
every
and
day.
because
Same.
we haven't specifically mentioned it, we may be airing after it, but
We're airing during LA Beer Week.
During
yeah,
LA
the
Beer Week,
LA
yeah.
Beer Week kickoff is phenomenal. That will have happened already when this goes up. But all of the LA Beer Week events, like, it seems like they're doing it pretty big this year. I know last year was really fun. Highland Park did a lot of really cool stuff.
It gets bigger and bigger every year
Yeah.
as far as word of mouth and people that are talking about it and buzz online and they're doing a great job with it, I think.
And just, I think the LA beer scene is maturing, and LA Beer Week is maturing along with it.
Well, every year there's new breweries that come into LA that turn out to be killer.
I mean, and this year, in the last year or so, I'm going to LA more than I'm going anywhere else. Like,
same.
I'm thinking, and I'm like, when's the last time I went to San Diego? And I'm like,
Right?
oh shit, it's been a while.
I would say we're going more to LA and Orange County lately.
Yeah, yeah.
Us, we buy beer from Monkish every month
Yeah.
in Highland Park, so we have to go all the time. But yeah, LA and Orange County as a whole, they're fucking killing it right now.
Yeah.
But 3 years ago, you wouldn't go to LA for beer hardly ever. Like, as a change of pace from going to San Diego every other month,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the scene out there has gotten so cool.
Well, it's also, I think it's access to, because like San Diego takes me double and triple the time, especially on certain days that just like has intense traffic.
Dude, and the traffic to San Diego is always getting worse.
It's getting worse. I don't know what it is.
It's the beer.
It's
the
fine on the
It's so
15.
terrible.
The beer down there.
I mean,
Hey,
I'm
OC
coming
people,
from
the
Orange
15
County,
is fine.
so-
Yeah, the five can suck
You have to
ass.
get
but-
to the
It's
15 now.
horrible.
I live off the 15.
There was I think I took like a 3-hour. It was like a 3-hour trip to go from Orange County, like Orange County to Modern Times.
That's
the
brutal.
Point Loma.
Gross.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Not yellow Orange County, orange.
You know,
Orange County.
you know what
Yeah.
isn't, you know what
Well,
isn't
I mean,
horrible.
so it could be anywhere from like San Juan Capistrano to like Yorba Linda.
Right. You're
or
talking
something.
like the Orange County everyone knows. Because you're Anaheim, right?
Orange County.
Oh, you're Orange.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Orange
She
County.
lives in
Yeah.
Orange.
Never mind.
Yep.
So
I didn't say that to be a dick
No,
about
I
it.
thought you meant like the real Orange County.
Oh yeah, no, Orange.
The Orange
City of
County.
Orange. Yes.
so it's so
you
hot
guys-
in here that I want to take a hot plunge.
Yes.
Oh my God. Very nice. Long distance.
So I drove to El Segundo and I got out of my car and I walked to the beach and I took a hop plunge.
You already made that joke.
That was like
version 3 of the joke. Version 3 of the joke. Version 3, the cops broke into my apartment. I had this like huge sack of hops and I tried to flush them down the toilet. So I grabbed the plunger and I took the hop plunge.
Oh.
We're all gonna workshop this joke until it works. Me and
we're gonna stick. We're
gonna sit here and we're gonna make this. We're gonna.
You got a standing ovation from Bob. I mean,
Bob liked it.
Henry has to make a beer called Slow Clap just for that joke.
We have sung the praises of El Segundo endlessly on this show.
Yeah, they're great.
When you're doing brewery yoga, do you do a hop lunge?
That's the downward. Downward
Were you
doge.
like formulating that while he was struggling?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's called the hop warrior pose.
Downward hop.
The downward doge.
Dog.
Much hop.
Doge.
The double dry hop.
We are drinking a beer here, guys. Come on. Second show, third show.
This is a double or single?
Double.
Double IPA.
It is a double. That is why it is the last in our IPA string.
Yeah, it's 8.9% alcohol. Take a dive into a glass of this explosively aromatic double India Pale Ale. Generously overhopped with Simcoe and smoothed out with a touch of Munich malt. A real triple Lindy with no splash.
Oh, the triple Lindy. I like that.
So apparently this is
back to
TCU.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Simcoe. Just a straight up Simcoe Baum, which it does smell like urine.
In the best way possible.
In a good way. I mean that in a positive way.
Yeah, no.
You said it so casually, like, smells like urine.
Yeah, well,
This was
I
their
don't know what that
most
smells
recent Day One Dank beer, and we've talked about it before, but I think the Day One Dank beers really benefit from a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
this
agree.
one was
This is 3 weeks
released May 20th, so
Yeah,
it's got a little bit of time.
I like to drink them on day one and then wait 2 weeks later. So get 2 bottles and see.
It's pretty awesome when you can cellar like IPA
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
instead of for a year.
And in your fridge. Yeah.
What I find with these day one beers is it's kind of like a burrito where you buy an extra one to have in your fridge, and like the second day burrito is like the best burrito in the world.
pretty
Like
sure
all the
you talked about
flavors
this in the
of
last
oh my
episode.
god, it's the best thing. Try it if you haven't. Go to Alberto's.
And like the previous time you talked about it,
Or
I
go
am
to
so in
Alberto's.
disagreement. How exactly you would think that you could buy
All
a
the
burrito and put
grease.
it in your no,
Just buy 2. Buy 2.
So Matt listened to that show apparently. That he was not on.
Just don't get lettuce in it.
No.
Or
Oh,
cilantro.
lettuce.
No, I see what
Because you're
Greg's
gonna have
saying.
to
Greg is saying
all the grease kind of like absorbs into the rice, and it's like
It depends on what's in the burrito, I guess. I don't know.
potatoes and
well, the beans are what get hard and like thick. So that's what he's talking about.
I'm with.
I'm sorry. I was looking at him while I was waiting.
Damn it, Greg.
the beans get hard and thick.
It gets so hard.
so thick. The thickest of beans.
Don't look at me.
Well, I was
Why
thinking,
why is he giving you intense eye stare when he's doing that?
Look into my eyes and talk about the beans.
the analogy is this: after like a night in your fridge, your burrito's gonna like become like a cohesive mess of just deliciousness.
Become a brick.
Where when you buy an IPA, day one dankness, whatever, it's delicious, but you can definitely kind of like taste the layers of it. And I think that letting it sit for a couple weeks, you can definitely, it becomes like this one just delicious morsel of IPA.
It becomes the flavors meld.
Well, yeah.
Well, and also like sometimes it has to like you can't leave it in.
Well, yeah. If it's
room
cared
temperature
for
or,
properly,
like, you can't sell
just
it. Like
fine.
it has to be refrigerated, otherwise it's bad.
Yeah. You know what isn't bad?
Jesus.
The opener has failed me.
The opener had a little bit of trouble with that one.
That is some thick wax, though.
Thank you for noticing. I've been working on it. Last but
your
not
wax?
least, yes.
Why are you smelling it like that?
Because it smells like chocolate.
Oh, okay.
last but not least, a beer that I'm very excited about. A beer that we have previously featured on the show from Smog City when they were gracious enough to invite us into their home. We're going to do Infinite Wishes.
Smells
this
like chocolate.
Yeah, it really does.
We did this beer on the show when we visited Smog City.
We did, and
on its inaugural release, right?
And then it blew my mind. And this is actually the second release
Iteration.
of Infinite
Okay.
Wishes. So I actually haven't had this yet. So
I think I have. Maybe it was Infinite Bitches. That was my
no. You're just talking about your Saturday night, man.
right.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
At the OC Beer Blog VIP.
That's right. You know how it goes.
It's Greg Niggle and his bottle
do you
service.
guys go to Iron Triangle with your Infinite Bitches
All
for
the time.
VIP section?
All the time. Play
So you can bottle share playa.
Yeah. If you haven't done that,
You know.
you haven't lived.
Yeah.
All Infinite Bitches. No, that's just what you get when you run a kennel.
Okay.
Wait for it. Bob's sleeping.
And Bob had no idea what was going on.
Bob has no headphones. All of a sudden, Bob just sees
Bob
everyone.
was just everyone got dead silent and started dancing in silence. That was amazing.
Okay, so you guys at GABF, they'll have like the silent dance party where they'll give everyone like Bluetooth headphones, and so you look over and there's just like
silent
a
disco.
floor of like people like dancing, and you have no idea what's happening, and it's kind of fantastic.
And they get into it.
That was Bob's experience right
Yeah,
now.
Bob was
reason-
dancing with no headphones in the silent room while we were all dancing. We didn't
To
understand.
explain for
He just did
everybody
it.
else who didn't have the visual of us all dancing around listening to that.
It's a great visual gag for our audio show.
Infinite Wishes is the barrel aged version of their beer, The
Aged.
Nothing, which was a reference to the Neverending Story.
There you
Also,
go.
so is Infinite Wishes. So
Yes.
both beers are references to Neverending Story, and only 90s kids will get this.
And fuck me, does it smell good? God damn it.
Yeah, man.
God damn it.
It's got that barrel thing, man.
It's
For
black
real.
as the night itself with
Bourbon
like,
and
kind of some.
chocolate.
It's like the nothing.
But the barrel character, like, just really pops.
Like
So
like the
bourbony.
wolf.
Again, this smells like a chewy beer.
burnt
that-
sugar again.
It's got that
Cracker Jack.
dusty cocoa.
Yeah,
Dusty
definitely
cocoa.
Dusty cocoa. I gotta say, like, as far as like barrel aged beer, including sour beer goes, like Smog City is probably the most underrated brewery.
Barrel program?
Underrated barrel
Wow.
program ever for sure. Like fucking like the first time we had Infinite Wishes, like I'm gonna come off as like kind of jaded and douchey, but it's kind of hard for a barrel aged stout to really like blow my mind because there's so many of them out there, and they all kind of fall into like a certain average. But this one just fucking blew my mind. Like, god damn, is this so good?
I think the base beer is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I've heard the thing where some brewers like make a, I think it was Bottle Logic who were saying that fundamental observation is brewed for a barrel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they tweak this recipe for the barrels
I would assume so.
or
at
if it's
least a
just the
little bit.
regular,
or they like blend
the
it back
nothing.
with something else.
Is it the nothing?
The nothing?
It's
Yes.
the nothing, yeah.
Okay. Best name for a beer.
It's very like I get like
What you
Tootsie- a
drinking,
little-
honey?
little
The nothing.
Oh yeah, you get a little like Tootsie Roll. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
happening.
yeah, for sure. Tootsie Roll. It's got like some booze on it, but it's
How
not
can
like,
you see that from across the room?
What?
Yeah, I mean, Sean's penis is bigger than a.
Yeah, come on.
Wait,
Tootsie
what is
Roll.
Where did this go?
Sean's penis is bigger than a Tootsie Roll. I think if there's going to be a lesson that we take out of this episode,
Oh, see the nothing. See guys.
Sean's penis is the nothing.
No,
Bad segue.
picture.
Bad segue.
Oh my god, awful.
damn.
Damn it,
Why do we have the stream up there if I can't reference
that's
it?
That's not the nothing. That's the Gmork. Come on, guys, get with your movie references.
The what?
The Gmork.
The bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps?
Yes.
The Gmork.
It is the Gmork. He's so Gmorky.
Just let him finish.
All right.
Just let him write it out.
Finish over there, buddy.
It's like he's having a seizure. We're just, make sure he doesn't bite his tongue off. And
I would rather bite your tongue.
Oh,
see,
my
just
God.
let it go. Just let
Go
it
with
go.
there.
Just let it.
Just nobody interfere.
Go behind the green blanket over there.
Oh my God.
Or you could just get under my blanket.
He couldn't even get it out.
I like how he's just become a sexual harasser.
It's just my creepy voice.
Let me help you get it out.
Oh my God.
Well, so LA Beer Week.
It's a special
Weird
time.
turn again. Keeps going there
Go to LA Beer Week events because I think
because Matt will
we've done
come
an
on to you in his voice.
We've done an excellent job of promoting it here.
What's
on
the
this show
website? LAbeerweek.org or what
Sounds
are we
right.
talking?
We're also a sponsor of LA Beer Week.
Well, good on us.
Today. They're not going to let us sponsor it next time.
Right? They're like, we don't want your money.
Like, we heard your show, and we don't want it.
Don't like it.
Especially Mateo. Mateo just freaked us
think
the,
it's
the
LA
hell
Beer
out.
Week.
Yeah, he's
It's
creeping us out.
LAbeerweek.org, not LABW.org, which is just all in Chinese. Seriously.
That's Labwa.
LABW is like one of the, this domain hasn't been purchased for anything, but in Chinese. Like
So it's owned by some Chinese fella who's like
Google
HP
Translate.
product is the one thing you
Google
can get on there.
Translate that and see what it is.
Not gonna
No, okay,
do it.
not gonna.
Wouldn't be prudent.
That's pretty
gonna
funny.
talk tough to you, Mr. Hussein.
Oh my God.
Sean and Jessica, thank you again for joining us. It was lots of fun.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks again, Bob.
We love you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
In the butt, Bob.
What about Bob?
Bobbert.
I'm sailing.
If you want
Bob
to
is my
find Bob
favorite. I
online,
love that guy.
If you want to find Bob online,
If you want to find Bob online, you can find him at Bob Vreeland.
what's your Twitter handle, Bob?
Is it at Bob Vreeland? Yeah. It is at Bob Vreeland.
There you go.
That's where you can find Bob. If you want to find Four Brewers online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. All that information is available at fourbrewers.com. Go to patreon.com/fourbrewers if this hot mess of a show inspires you to give us money.
Oh my God.
give us money.
$1 a show, $2 a show, however
know
much,
what?
it always makes a
A
difference.
donation on Patreon will probably get us air-conditioned headphones for Greg.
Awesome. Just little fans
Exactly.
built
I
in.
think he's having a little bit of a heat stroke right now.
At this point, he's just
hot
sitting
ears.
in the cooler.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. You can give us a rating on iTunes. We would really like that, and it would only help us out. We want your 5 stars. If you want to get in touch with us directly, hit us up at feedback@fourbrewers.com and brew the shit out of it.
I'm just picturing Greg with his butt in the cooler like, that's nice.
I thought about getting my